Okay. I'm done with this guy.
Oh, you're talking about Beastmaster. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. He got it. Finally. Took him a while.
Beastmaster. I know that you're a big fan. Not surprised that actually I'm surprised that they didn't just counterpick this immediately after it came out. I mean, Pudge isn't like amazing against it. You can stick on the board with the hook, but I don't think they'll play safe lane Pudge again in this game. Unless SG, we're watching the last one, we're like, yes, that's it. I want that to happen in my game to make that happen.
I mean, just
Vision
pick
one
the
Pudge
CM,
again.
dude. Pick the CM right here. You got Marcy Pudge CM once again. Why not? Make it happen. Boom! There it is. And suddenly Beastmaster's game is a disaster.
Yeah, this
Oh
is fine.
no.
You get like 60 XP for each boar you kill. It is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
He's got to be careful and try to deny them.
And there it is. Lena picked up here. Almost guaranteed to be the mid lane now with these lanes. I mean, this Beastmaster's gonna have a really rough time. My guess is I mean, the Tiny is flexible. The Witch Doctor we have seen played in both 5 and 4. Some teams have or some people, I'm not gonna say teams, have tried running this as a core to almost no success. So I think Witch Doctor just still a solid 4 or 5.
Mhm.
What do you think? Where is his head based on the side of Ravens? What do they need right now to try and bounce back with this draft?
They need something that can jump this Lena, to be honest with you. Anything that gets on top of the back line. Right now, you can eventually do that with Tidy if he gets a Blink Dagger. Oh, excuse me. Obviously, I haven't had enough energy drink beverages today.
It's all right.
Yeah, I think whatever you pick next year, it needs to be something with jump. I'm not sure what that is, though. Slark's gotten a little bit more popular recently. I don't know how many pubs you've been watching, but people have
Yeah.
been starting picking up more ever since the change to the eggs. Leap in and getting some agility.
Yeah, it's the
Well,
change to the
being able to get
pounce
out
is what
pretty
it
easily.
is, right? The 3
Yeah,
agi or the 3 essence
yeah,
shift stacks right out of the gate.
yeah. But they don't do that at all. They go for the Invoker instead. All right, this is the opposite of what I was talking about. The Invoker is not going to have a very easy time jumping the lead of the Crystal Maiden on the backline. I feel like he's pretty good against Pudge, though. You're a Spirit Vessel builder a lot of the time if you're going like the Quas Wex build. The Cold Snap him. Punch has an awful time because Invoker has so many disables to work with. Tornadoes and Cold Snap just make it through. Remember, people usually like Cold Snapping himself as he's walking in the front line. But again, you need something that can jump the back line and grab the Lena. And they're already taking care of that right now in SG. They're getting rid of this Faceless Void.
Well, we'll see what they decide to come up with here. They have last phase bans here. I think SG have like such a strong draft already. You're gonna have tons of right click damage coming out from the Lena. We could even see the magic build, right? The Aghanim Scepter, where you get like E-Blade and stuff like that. It's pretty dang funny. I've seen a lot of Lenas pick that one up recently and just show how much damage it is. They get rid of the Visage. Obviously, SG Esports here need an off lane hero. The question is, which one is it gonna be? Because you have to be looking at this and thinking, like, I don't think Oscar has a ton of like really big standout heroes, but there's enough. I think there's enough. I think he's like one of the things that he used to play a lot is the Timbersaw, but we don't really see Timbersaw all that much anymore. And especially into the Witch Doctor, it's not the easiest lane.
Yeah, I think is it possible it's like pause the Marcy or Pudge?
It's definitely gonna be a safe lane Pudge this game. Like Beastmaster just has no lane against Pudge Crystal Maiden here. So I think you might as well just do that. You could potentially take like safe lane Tiny and pick a new 4 or something that might be able to do better in the lane. But that just seems like a rough one. You have last pick on Ravens. You might as well just see what SG come up with. But I think what we're looking at here is going to be the offlaner. The Primal Beast, man. I keep forgetting this Heroes and Captains mode. I haven't casted any games since it was added.
Really?
Yeah,
I've
I have not.
seen so much Primal Beast. I've just been watching a lot of games. This year has picked up like pretty consistently. Surprised it wasn't in last two, but I'm going to admit I'm a wash cast and I wasn't paying nearly enough attention to bans in the last two games. So it's possible they could have just like gotten rid of him when I wasn't looking.
Okay,
And they end
Sven.
with Sven.
So
Yeah.
the Sven is one of those heroes that definitely has like a lot of physical damage, and that is important when you're playing against heroes like Pudge. But the lane is a little sussy because you can't level cleave against the primal beast. At least not in the lane. Like you have to just go one point in stun and then hold your cleave until like level 3 or 4 when you're like wanting to leave the lane. Because if your cleave will actually proc the uproar and then you just lose the lane. So you can't actually level it in the lane. Interesting stuff indeed. I don't know. What do you think draft wise? Are you leaning more SG Esports or Ravens? How do you like these teams?
I'm gonna have to go with SG. I think that the Crucium counters the Beastmaster too hard. The Primal Beast is an absolutely sick hero. No, Onslaught does physical damage, and then Trample is magical. Like, and then he just does like a shitload of physical damage as well if he just presses his uproar too. Like the hero just has it all. Every new hero seems to be like that. They just have everything.
Yeah, probably. I honestly like. I'm really hoping the skin that is in the battle, or I almost said battle pass, in the gacha pass is really good. I really hope it is.
Yep. It's not a compendium anymore, is it?
No, it's a gacha pass.
A gacha pass.
Yeah.
I gotcha on that one. That's a little bit of gotcha humor for you right there.
Yes, I get it. Yes. All right. Getting ready to jump into game number 2. I'm excited. I mean, it's a little bit of a weird feeling riding the wave that was our first series into like the lull of just starting a second series. I don't imagine it's going to be as insane as our last games, but you never know. We could get some pretty cool stuff here in this second series. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. No longer need to wait around as both teams smoke up. They're going to run right down the mid lane. And for those of you who are just joining us, if you missed series number 1, unfortunate, but you're just in time for our second series of the day here, which is Ravens taking on the side of SG Esports. This is just the group stage here. Just best of 2s, always fun stuff.
We'll see if there's any action to start this game. I'm not sure we'll see anything as much as the previous one, though. It'll be a tough series to follow up, like the 65-minute into the like the 22-minute bloodbath, but we'll see.
This guy is a Grandmaster Beastmaster. Someone called that a Grand Beastmaster.
Nice, good one.
Yeah, pretty smart.
30 seconds to battle.
What's your take on all this, by the way?
On what?
The Grandmaster Beastmaster. Do you think this is an okay hero to be level 30 on?
I think there's worse heroes to be level 30 on, you know? That's how I would say, you know. It ain't a tank. I literally saw someone the day who was like level 30 Grandmaster, Meepo, and Tinker. And I was like, all right. He was level 30. He was Grandmaster, Meepo, Tinker, and like level 28 on Techies. And I'm like, you're one of those players, huh? And the rune here, Oscar taking a ton of damage. That Maledict is going to destroy him. He's actually got 5 stacks of the Uproar, never activated it. He does have a Fairy Fire to try and heal this off, but he's going to be okay. But let's just walk the base now. Up on the high ground, they're thinking of continuing looking for more. They do have that taunt. They have a Stormhammer available. They're looking for Widge here on the Crystal Maiden. There's a little bit of extra movement speed there. Big Crystal Nova as well to slow them down, but the toss back's going to put him right back into the hands of the Sven. One more auto attack. The Fairy Fire is there to save him. The high ground, it's not going to be enough. He lives on 3 HP. All right. A lot of excitement to start this one off, but literally
he's
no
still
deaths.
trying to chase him down. All right, he's going to get away. Wait, is he going to cancel? Okay. I thought like maybe he tries to get one last toss off on the Crystal Maiden there before
that
he goes down.
Very funny. Like the cancel into the mango toss.
Yeah, see him showed herself one more time there, and he could have, just canceled mango toss.
I'd have been about it. That would have been a super send a message play. Like you definitely just denied a tower there, but that would have been definitely a send a message.
Okay, let's break down some of the other lanes. One benefit of the CM, I'm happy to walk all the way back to base rather than anything else happening, is the fact that your boar is still alive right now. Okay, you get to have your boar for a small period of time. Excuse me.
That burns, doesn't it?
They'll probably clear this one out pretty fast. As long as you click the right boar. Actually, you have Crystal Nova level 1, not Frostbite. So boars get to exist for like a full level now. And maybe even a little bit after that when you don't have Crystal Nova to fall back on either. Things end up going down pretty quickly. Oh, he ends up getting with the hook. Bottom lane?
Yeah, Oscar just
Oscar's trying to chase
beating
down.
on the witch doctor there.
Yeah.
Mid lane, KXY and the Invoker are going at it. But obviously KXY with the bottle gonna have that little bit of extra regen advantage here.
Yep. Until you have a couple points of quas, it definitely that harass. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Be
he
careful,
didn't even, he was
please.
never even worried.
Yeah,
Ran the numbers.
that's true.
Tower armor, quick calculations. He's fine.
Yep. Yeah. You are going to have to move out of the way and stop CSing for a moment here in order to grab that water rune. Deny that one from the Lina. You don't want to give that up. What are your thoughts, by the way, on the flag bearer creeps? We haven't cast together since they came out.
I think. Oh, nice summon there by Benjaz. Hold on. Top lane, like they went for a frostbite and to like a hook on the Beastmaster, and he just instantly summons his boar to not get hooked into the Pudge.
Nice.
That's a smart little play. I mean, he still ends up getting the kill on the boar, but it's better than the kill on the hero.
Yeah.
I think the flag bearer creeps are probably one of the coolest additions to Dota. I like them a lot.
Yeah. You like that everyone gets money and everyone's a winner?
I think it just makes lanes more competitive because it's now a really big deal to deny the flag bearer creep. Especially with the removal of a lot of passive gold income and stuff like that on the map. Like the small camp is gone. There's like 15% less passive gold. They reduced what was it? Another form of bounty somewhere. I can't remember what it was. But in general, oh yeah, XP is just like way harder to come by, so it just like slows down the game. So one of the only like forms of extra gold that was added was the flag bearer creep, which just makes those creeps that much more important. So I don't know. I like the metas where like lanes are just like really hyper competitive rather than just like farm fest
the mid
like
lane, the last couple of You think some again? Benjaz might just go down here.
Oh, he does. First blood goes to Yuma, and he does get the toss out, so he will be able to save himself from the Pudge. But well, maybe not, as they have a second frostbite. Ooh, he actually goes for the auto attack there instead of going just for the rot. But yeah. Okay, Yuma just feeling himself, gets the hook anyway. He's low on resources on the Pudge, though. He needs to get to this Ring of Health like ASAP. Meanwhile, mid lane, KXY gets the kill thanks to the rotation from Marcy, so they managed to take down the Invoker as well.
Right. We got a game on our hands. They're running down Oscar now as well.
Is he running down Oscar, or is Oscar about to... Okay, yeah, he's running down Oscar. Yeah, you can see on this Sven, no points in Great Cleave. He's actually didn't even bother holding a point. He just went for an early point in Warcry. He'll probably just start holding his points now, like, because you definitely don't want more than 2 points in your stun at this point. Like, you definitely still want to max out Great Cleave, but it's gonna take him a little bit longer to get there now. Top lane Yuma is super farmed on this Pudge, obviously. 31 last hits, 10 denies. Top of the net worth by a pretty good margin, which is expected, honestly, in this lane. Like, you have, like, the CM, which is just such a hard counter to this Beastmaster, and Pudge obviously does very well against him as well, so. Ooh, nice. He gets the deny on his board there. Very good.
He's going to try to run him down again. He's doing a lot of damage here with the trample. Thankfully, any hero with a stun is able to get away from the Primal Beast relatively easily. I feel like CM is one of the better heroes against it as well, just because you have Frostbite and Nova. So you have like a slow to work with as well, on top of being able to interrupt the trample. Or sorry, the onslaught.
I'm kind of surprised they went for the Sven for that reason. Because like Sven is not a hero that like really stops the Primal Beast. Like, you could pick up heroes like Ursa, you could pick up heroes like Sniper even, because it's actually a pretty decent sniper game. That just make Primal Beast trample like pretty useless. But hard to say.
Yeah. Yuma's playing pretty low HP some of the time up here. I guess he's just not concerned about the amount of burst damage that just like a level 3 Tiny has with his Toss Avalanche. Once you get Roar available on the Beastmaster, it becomes probably a lot more scary up top here, but We almost have 6 on the Pudge. Like at that point, it's just a matter of like hooking someone and then dismembering them and they die.
Yeah, we talked
might go
about
for
it
Dismar?
last game. Ooh, he did not get the vision. We talked about it last game, like playing the level 6 of the Pudge is just such a big deal. And ooh, hook off the mark, actually. Yuma a little bit impatient there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, mid lane, Dismar. Looking for the avalanche, the toss back onto the Lina. Actually keeping himself alive thanks to the raindrops. Does have a fairy fire and the bottle on the high ground, but they end up getting the kill, just barely. And with that one, feel pretty strong.
Yeah, it's chasing Ben just down, or at least trying to here.
And they're looking for more, wanting to go onto the top side here. They do have vision. Oh, he gets the hook. There's the dismember. Widge ends up dropping the frostbite right away as well. Crystal Nova.
That might cost him the kill.
Yeah, it is going to cost him the kill. With the rotation in from the Invoker. I mean, Pudge didn't have a lot of mana to work with initially, but ends up getting the kill. 6 stick charges only left. The urn is out. The auto attacks are there. The board is slow. He's got the Vanguard, though. Gets hasted thanks to the Marcy, the pullback as well. Yuma thinking about going in maybe, but doesn't really have a ton of mana to work with, so.
Yeah, plus the boards are chasing him down as well. He's got the Vanguard, which is blocking a lot of his damage, but he's forced to walk away.
I'll just go dismember a hard camp.
Yeah.
Get all of his,
So one of the reasons that like these players stack stuns at times like that is because we're just trying to get as much damage out as quickly as possible before the TPs come out, which is, you know, what's going to happen when you're so close to a tier 1 tower. It's, you know, exactly what did happen, but they just didn't have the damage to be able to take the heroes down while stacking the stuns, unfortunately. They needed him to sit under the rot for a little bit longer. You think Yuma's going to go for the same build that we saw in the previous game of the 1-4-1, by the way? Usually I see 2 points in the flesh heap.
It depends if you feel threatened. I like 1-4-1 personally. I think you definitely go 1-4-1 if you go Hooded Defiance. If you go Vanguard, it's a little bit more questionable. But yeah, he decides to go 1-4-1.
This'll come in handy.
Bottom lane. Oscar is just farming up on the Primal Beast. I mean, this is the thing, right? The Primal Beast into the Sven matchup, it's a little bit weird for the Sven because you can't really harass out the Primal Beast for this reason. And with that, I mean, Oscar's level 7. Coming into the 10-minute mark. I mean, Pudge is about to hit the 5k net worth by 10 minutes. I mean, in the last patch, that was hard to do. In this patch, it's like, it's unreal if you actually manage to make that happen. And he is going to easily do it. Well, I said easily, maybe not. He's going to be very close. It's going to be very close, Neff. A 5k net worth advantage, though, at 10 minutes. That is pretty substantial. In the mid lane, we've got the Invoker just farming away, going for the Midas. 4 Midases queued up, actually. This guy, I don't know, he wants the not only the gold glove, but the gold boots. Is he gonna put them on his feet, Neff? Are you a fan of that? Oh, roar top lane, Pudge gets caught. Maledict is out as well. But Avalanche, the toss. I mean, Yuma is so tanky. He just turns around the dismember. There's gonna be a quick tornado to cancel, and Yuma finally gonna go. Wait, maybe not. He's still tanky. Can he just hobble away? It looks like he might be able to, and Oscar's made his appearance into the top lane as well. He's, of course, got that pulverized ready to go. Drops it there onto the Beastmaster. Coconut comes through with the bounces. Actually perfectly go through, but Widge will end up securing the kill, and Yuma survives the whole engagement. You know, we saw last game the powers of this Pudge, Crystal Maiden, Marcy, and we're starting to see it again, potentially, Neff.
Yeah, we are. It just plays so fast, man. They start moving so quickly. This is probably going to be something that people look out for in these next batches. And like the Lina and the Primal Beast played along with it, I think just make it even stronger.
Yeah.
The only question is if you last, you know, as this game goes on, because I am worried about your team falling off here. Like, you have decent vision and map control thanks to the Beastmaster. You can stall the game out with the Invoker. Like, Sven will eventually out-carry all the heroes on the side of SG. I'm a little bit concerned.
Yeah, and unlike last game where we were talking about like Pudge can just like dismember the core and there's no counter, you have the roar this game, right? So there is a way to stop the Pudge from just dismember killing your core. And the question is, you know, will they have the follow-up damage there to actually bring down this Sven once he has, you know, 5-6 items? Definitely a little bit more of a tame game than last one, but they are just off to such a massive lead here already. And this Ags is going to come out fast from Yuma. And that is really scary.
Yeah, the speed at which this Ags is getting done is, I think it's just going to absolutely destroy everybody. Like at that point, Marcy can pick up the Aghanim Shard as well, and then you just have like a punch being thrown on top of you while you're all stunned.
It's very funny.
Yeah, it is very funny. He throws the fat man at
Marcy
you.
gets caught by the Witch Doctor, but instead just presses Unleash, and Witch Doctor gets caught by the Marcy. You see how that works?
It's crazy. Life comes at you fast.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think Marcy just comes at you fast. She just rebounds and then presses the big scary light up yellow button. Top lane, they're looking to maybe get aggressive here. The rotation in from the Invoker. Dismar is there. They have a nice Hawk scouting Oscar as well on the backside. They really want to get this tower, and I think they might back off now. Oscar, yeah, pops trample to clear the wave. He's gonna abandon ship. They're just gonna give up the top tower. They already took bottom. They don't really care all that much. It's forcing a lot more heroes to the top lane than out of what SG spent, right, to get bottom, right? They send 2 heroes. They're farming mid. They're farming the jungle. Meanwhile, Ravens is top on 4. So it's a much bigger commitment, and they even have to pull the Invoker back mid to defend that tower. So overall, really good plays here from SG. They're just being way more efficient with their movement.
Yeah, everything they do just seems to come out so much faster. Now look at this movement up into the top lane. They smoke in with 2 and TP in the Pudge, who's already on top of them. And here they come in. Interrupts that death ward immediately. Stuns out the Beastmaster. There's no way Kara's getting away.
And he gets the hook just for safe measure. Wants to make sure he gets that Flesh Heap stack. I mean, the thing is yes, you get like the Maledict. You try and do this damage initially onto the Pudge, but he just tanks through it. He just doesn't really seem to care all that much. The long range counter initiation from Oscar's Primal Beast seems to be doing work, and he's almost to his BKB as well. Man, this Sven, he is just not having a good time. Every time Oscar just shows his face in the bottom lane, he has to leave. He cannot compete.
Yeah, he's just getting chased out, man. He can't do anything. This is a miserable experience. I mean, it sounds like he's going overly greedy items for what he's doing either. He just simply can't fight into the Primal. Getting chased
no
away.
BKB, so you just die. Like as soon as stun comes out, he just chases you down with Onslaught, or if you pop God Strength, then he just walks away with Onslaught. Oh, they're bringing a bunch. Oh, Oscar just happens to juke the other way at the right time. Very lucky. All right, and with that, Oscar feeling pretty good. Just dodged the 3-man Snoke. And Kara here on the Witch Doctor, gonna see what he can find. Instead, he's gonna find a Pudge, who also just finished an Ags. So, oh, Coconuts? Yeah, you hate to see it. Well, never mind. Oscar doesn't really mind.
This'll come in handy.
So, 1-10, a 9k lead here. Ravens just slowly bleeding at the hands of SG as they're getting ready to play more aggressive. They're gonna bring Marcy back up to the top lane, see if they can maybe punish this Beastmaster's positioning. He does have the Helm of the... Oh, God. This... Okay, yeah, he still does not see them. I don't think the Hawk scouted the TP. It did not. Okay.
No, it didn't. He's probably going to realize that something is up after the pause and try to back out. I'm not sure he's going to be able to get far enough, though. If Crystal Maiden manages to get vision... Oh, you already have vision thanks to the Observer Ward. Like, you're just going to get frostbitten. Then the Marcy's going to get in on top of you with the rebound. By then, Lena's going to be in there on top of you as well. Like, you're just dead, man.
Yeah. It's going to be rough. I'll see what they can do. I mean, he could maybe just get a roar into the bonus move speed to run away, but I think by the time he notices, he's going to get caught by either the Frostbite or the Crystal Nova, and I think once that happens, there's no escape.
graphics coming out for both these players. Does Primal have something out? Yeah, it's the clean
Masterful
BKB. So yeah, it's going to be go time for the Dire squad. They're already up 9K at this point. I think this is where the game takes a turn for the worse here, Ricky.
It's
It's
gonna
already been
turn
taking
for
a
the
pretty
worst. I was
bad.
like, I don't know, man. We've been on a steady decline here
Yeah,
for the
it's
side
about
of
to ramp up.
Ravens. Yeah, I mean the Ags always just makes things so much more difficult once you pick that one up on the Pudge. It's like the dream timing. I've had a few games where it's like I get like phase Hood of Defiance Ags at like 15 minutes, and it's just you feel like a god. No one can touch you on the map, and then you just go for like an early BKB or blink. It's nuts.
Sorry, I was looking at something. I'll send it to you later. It is very funny. Somebody's name got absolutely butchered, and it is going to cause significant problems, I believe.
Oh god, what do you mean someone's name got butchered? Like in what aspect?
Are you able to look at Discord or something?
Yeah, yeah. We're paused, we're chilling. Oh god, is it something I should be worried about, Neff?
No. I sent it over to you though. I get him back on topic of the game. So we have everybody back. I
Wow.
just need 1 second. That is not their name.
Yeah, it's yep, not at all. Okay, good stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyways, video game. BKB coming out pretty soon. They're gonna ramp up after that one. Pudge again already has his egg and scepter. I imagine that they just start running them over and taking towers. The only thing that they have on their side is the only person who's that good at clicking down the buildings without getting heavily punished for it. Would be Alina.
Master. Oh no. Yeah, there it is. Quick
Yeah,
little
I mean, we knew
unit.
that was gonna happen.
And a
That's
repause.
it. They're pausing it again after getting that kill. Come
All right,
on,
that's a
man.
little BME. I don't know, man. All right, the quick go. All right.
All right.
Spikes. I mean, I understand. The servers have been pretty sussy lately. But yeah, we'll let's go ahead and try and clean up his army of minions as well. But we've seen the BKB now be delivered onto Oscar. That one's coming out. Lena about to have hers, only a couple hundred gold away. And then, of course, Pudge, who kind of just has free reign to do whatever he wants. Like, he doesn't really have to go BKB yet. He can choose to go for a Blink Dagger if he wants. But, yeah, double BKB timing from SG Esports is going to be a real problem. There's only 1 kill on the board from Ravens. They have really struggled this game to really find much of anything.
Maybe they'll find another kill and double their kill count.
100%. That's stonks, baby.
Hmm?
All right, smoke up to the top lane, SG Esports. Trying to find their next target. Oh, it's going to be the Invoker. That's a rough one. Deleted as Oscar stomps on over. They're going to continue their aggression here. They're probably going to go for the D ward. Do they bother? They're not even check. They're not even going to check. They don't care. They got what they wanted. Meanwhile, KXY, he actually came a little bit too far forward. The Maledict came out. They got him with the Death Ward. Kara, beautiful play. And they're looking for Marcy as well. There's going to be the toss in place. The minions there from Benjaz holding this Marcy in place. But Oscar, he's showing up. He's ready to go. He's got the BKB, the Pulverize on top of this Beastmaster. A couple more auto attacks should be more than enough to finish him off. Widge goes for that freezing field. Just instantly canceled there by the Tiny. And Dan showing up on that Sven finally gets to put his ult to good use. Question is, can he find the Primal Beast as well? Tornado way off the mark there. Oscar gonna try and just TP on home. He's out, baby. All right. Yes, they get a couple kills here on the side of Ravens, but okay, I mean, I guess it somehow is 1,100 gold. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of gold going their way, but it is still a lot of space for Yuma as he has been completely unpressured.
And, he doesn't even need this space either, man. He's already doing great for himself. Pudge actually flash farms incredibly fast once he's got his Egg and Scepter. Thanks to his new Flesh Heap. You're like doing so much damage to the camps and not taking anything yourself. 9k net worth advantage. They're going in. They want to. You're pretty far from the rest of your team, but they're just gonna leave the Tiny to die.
Ooh, Yuma with a
clean
snipe.
hook. Yeah,
I love it.
as a Pudge connoisseur, are you impressed?
I mean, we haven't really seen a lot of like real and like incredible hook
No one
plays.
at your
but,
level is what you're trying to say.
yeah, it's all right. It's
Yeah.
all right. He's doing okay.
Yeah,
He's definitely went the right item build,
for,
though. You know, I'll
yeah,
give him
if any
that.
teams are looking for a Pudge coach, you know, hit you up.
Yeah, not free though. Quite expensive to bring my expertise of the hero.
It's not easy to get a hold of the best Pudge in the world. That'll be worth your time. After all, you could be winning games on Pudge right now.
Dude, if his hero wasn't banned every single game, I'd be like 9k, honestly.
It like genuinely is just banned half the games though. Because
No,
it's
it's
banned
way
by
more than half.
popularity, right?
Yeah, it's banned by like people actually selecting it, and then by popularity. It's banned in like 70% of games or something in Divine or Immortal.
It can only be banned in like 50%, I thought.
I don't think so.
Illusion.
Maybe I'm incorrect.
Dude, I mean, maybe I'm just unlucky. I played like 12 games in one day once. It was banned in 11 of them.
That is quite unlucky. You're
Yeah.
an unlucky individual, Ricky.
Now what can you do?
Under attack. Dire are scanning for enemies.
Well, with the Aegis in the hands of the Lina, Yuma just gonna slowly work on this tier 1 tower top. Oscar here to join him. I don't really know what Ravens can do. Like, it's so difficult for them to actually take a fight on their terms. But we'll see. Maybe they can find an opening here. Bottom lane, obviously the Invoker grabbing the tier 1 tower. He does finally finish up his Midas after the Spirit Vessel, but he has no charges on it. Benjaz grabs the Helm of the Overlord, and now I think with this, their goal is to just try and split push, do what they can. KXY grabs the tier 2 in the top lane. That's going to refresh the fortification.
It'll stop them from going into the high ground here. Between the fortify, being able to spam out like tornadoes and whatnot with the Invoker,
Yeah.
they're not going to try to pressure high ground here.
Ooh, Witch coming bottom. Gonna just clear up this creep wave with the freezing field. Okay. Good stuff. All right, they're looking for more heroes in the mid lane. It's gonna be Osprey who goes in, pops the BKB, gets... Ooh, wait, what? Okay, that was interesting.
Okay.
You saw that, right?
No, I missed that one.
Oh, okay. Well, he was getting pulverized, and then mid-pulverized gets hooked, but he stayed in the Primal Beast's hands, and then when the hook ended and it went back to Pudge, he teleported to Pudge. It's very good. That's like the change to the pulverize in this last patch, where they fixed a bunch of random interactions that like ended pulverize. Dude, Widge just chased down his ancient creep. Just constantly spamming Frostbite on it so Yuma could come in and take the kill. All right, he has BKB now on the Pudge. Triple BKBs up on SG Esports. They have a 13,000 gold advantage. Even the Marcy is close to a BKB. I don't know what you can do on the side of Ravens. You have the single BKB on the Sven. I mean, do you just continue to try and stall this one out? Is your goal just to split push this?
I think all you can do right now is split push. There's nobody you can fight into this at the moment, right?
I mean, I don't know how.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Bunch of
Yeah,
heroes in the
they're
mid lane.
smoked up. Yeah, they're smoked up, just like trying to bait something, but they're not
Yeah.
baiting anybody. Like maybe the Helm Dom creeps.
They know they're smoked though, because they saw the Beastmaster do the summon, like the Call of the Wild. So they actually know that they're smoked up in the mid lane there.
Mhm.
So just back up completely. Yuma deep into his triangle. He has the BKB, of course.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
No ward to protect him, and Yuma, he's in deep. There's gonna be the avalanche, the toss. He gets the BKB off, and he's just gonna get the roar right on top of it, trying to just survive. The death ward though gets instantly canceled on the backside of the fight. Tiny blown up by Oscar. There's no one to follow it up, man.
That was like, hey, I'm Kara. I'm a Dota player just like you. You're probably wondering how I got here. He's just death warding, level 1 death ward by himself in front of like an 18 punch.
Structures are fortified.
And BKB on. Oh man.
Yeah, that's a rough one. They're just gonna continue farming. I mean, super slow game at this point. 3-17. The thing is, SG is on absolutely no timer, right? Like, they're just so far ahead. Oh, Tornado bottom lane managed to find the Crystal Maiden. So this will be a kill onto Widge. Nicely done there as it gets picked up by the Invoker. They know there's a ward around there somewhere based off that Tornado.
Dire's middle tower is under
Arcane Rune bottom gonna get picked up by Invoker as well. Mid-tier 1 tower falls.
tower has fallen.
Little bit of gold going back to the side of Ravens, but oh no, the ward. Okay, they get it with 1 sec, like 2 seconds left. All right, Aegis reclaimed there on KXY. He's almost got his Silver Edge completed. He's feeling very strong. And Marcy actually finishing up the BKB now. Just a bunch of item pickups here coming out for the side of SG. And I'm trying to think, like, are they gonna? Yeah, okay, they are gonna go BKB on the Invoker. He's still pretty far off. The Beastmaster, what has he got queued up? Just the Blink Dagger. So wants to be able to try and like kind of start these fights on their terms, but still not the easiest. And there's going to be the shard for Widge. So Blink Dagger, shard on the Crystal. Ooh, Yuma just trapped himself. Good stuff. And saved by good stuff.
All right, now that it's probably gonna take out. They're really hesitant to actually just like hard commit for a tower. They're always hunting for kills around it first, and this is kind of a result of you know, kind of a weak tower taking lineup, especially now that Tiny finishes Blink Dagger. Like, it's essentially just Lina who's gonna be hitting the buildings, and Lina has to be a little bit afraid of who's getting blinked on and tossed back in this Sven Beastmaster combo, because that's how they're getting back in this game. A couple of kills go their way. If FG isn't incredibly careful, then Ravens just, you know, ends up turning this game on its head. We've seen that before. I mean, we've seen it today, earlier.
Yeah, they were just following the courier there on Witch Doctor, and once again, just gets absolutely punished. They do get the tier 2 tower in the top lane. They're looking for this Beast Master Black Dragon, but I don't think he's... Well, maybe he'll get it. Yeah, he's got a pull. He's not going to chase it. Okay. Instead, he's TPing bottom. Behind, ooh, Invoker gets the Ghost Walk off before they could do anything. Does Oscar? He actually has a dust. Oh god, he has a dust. He's found the Invoker. Hits him with the trample. Pulverize is there. He still has the BKB if he needs to drop it. Doesn't look like he's going to even need to, and they're going to be able to find the bonus kill onto the Witch Doctor. Good stuff.
Money to burn.
They just can't catch a break this game. 4-20. At the very least, we got the funny haha number here, Ricky.
It is, yes, indeed. I know there's a Twitch emote for that one somewhere, but I can't remember the name of it. Ooh.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Blink Dagger now completed on the Primal Beast. It'd be even easier for him to just like blink in and start clearing, get a hero. I mean, the Invoker is somebody they're gonna need to like get on top of in the back line if they want to be able to push high ground.
Masterpiece.
I wouldn't say he's that much of an issue yet, but he could potentially be soon. Very aggressive TP in, but Lina is showing up in the top lane right now. They know now is relatively safe, and they need to make a play in the next couple of minutes here. Or sorry, not next couple of minutes. They need to make a play in the next like 15 seconds here while Lena's separated from the team.
Yeah, but I don't know if they can actually make it happen. Like, there's 4 BKBs on the side of SG Esports. Crystal Maiden's actually double backing for a Midas for some reason. I think that's just like an XD type of pickup, you know? But you've got Blink, BKB, Ags on your Pudge. He's queuing up a Shiva's guard, which he'll absolutely love, giving him all that extra bonus armor to try and survive against the heroes like the Sven and the Invoker's right clicks, of course, as well as the Beastmaster armor. There's just a lot of physical damage that can come through. Oh, there's gonna be the roar. They catch the Marcy. Okay, no BKB for her. Oscar jumps in, gets caught by the cold snap. He's still pretty tanky. He's still very healthy. Yuma debating on jumping on in there, but SG Esports don't really want to give up anything, so they will just let the Marcy go.
Well, yeah. I mean, you end up giving up any more than that, then you find yourself in a lot of trouble. Okay, they're going to go back in. Just 4 heroes. I mean, Sven still got his BKB available. He still has God's Strength. If you walk up this hill here at an awkward angle and you only have 4 heroes, you can potentially turn this around.
Oh no, not Kara again. Oh man. He's having a rough game. I saw a Witch Doctor there, and then he just got stood on by 2 giant monsters and then was deleted. Roshan number 2 is going to have the Aegis and the Shard on it. I think you just probably give the Shard to the Pudge, just so that he has that Dismember cooldown.
Yeah.
You could give it to Lena. The more magic damage on the spells is nice, but she's gone the physical damage build, so that's exactly what they're going to do. Aegis onto Lena. Shard for the Pudge. Meanwhile, mid lane, Oscar just cleaning up these heroes. Dismar gets the toss back. Marcy just pops the BKB. Can try and stay on top of this Sven. The roar ends up coming through, but it's just onto the support, and Yuma is here. He's looking for him. He pops the BKB, gets the Dismember with no roar to cancel. There is nothing you can do to stop this. He's trying to just hit the damage out the other way, but it's going to be a death ward interrupted by Oscar, and a double kill for KXY as he just gets ran down on the Tiny as well. 4 for 1 in this mid lane. They're now going back to try and stop this ancient creep from counter pushing their mid wave. Yuma, of course, able to grab that one. They've still got a catapult, so backdoor protection will, you know, be stalled for a little bit.
Now they're getting pushed back.
This'll come in handy.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Marcy TPing in. Yeah, they have a complete back control at the moment. I don't know what they do to get back into this game from this point. I mean, maybe wait for people to extend too far forward, but that's a decent start.
The toss ends up getting the Marcy instead of the Pudge. Unlucky there. The side of Ravens, they will just go ahead and accept the fact that this Marcy's dead. See if they can find something else for their time, though. It's going to be Invoker. Gets that Ghost Walk off just at the nick of time. Lena, however, Avalanche toss back. Does have that Aegis and a Satanic. Tries to survive for the moment, but just stunned up. And Oscar going up onto the high ground to finish off the Witch Doctor. He's going to buy back into this game. Has a Pulverize. He's looking for this Sven. BKB coming off cooldown in 1. The Lena, save for the moment. Oh, he has no mana.
It's now they turn the game around just like this.
Oh, no. Yuma is John as well.
Oh no. Just like that. I mean, they have to expend a buyback there, but they managed to find so much gold. It ends up going the way of Ravens. I mean, the way that fight started was absolutely perfect. Pudge trying to heal back up on the creeps immediately gets interrupted by like an avalanche. And then Marcy comes in. Her rebound is interrupted by a toss that catches her before she can touch the ground. And then they end up losing Lena as well. Like a couple seconds before a BKB comes off, she goes down, comes back up, still 4-second cooldown, but then just stunned to death. It was like absolutely perfect scenario there for Ravens. So many things had to go right, and they did.
Yeah, and Pudge, I think got clipped by an EMP or something. Let me see. No, he's just playing the fight on like almost no mana. Yeah, just played the fight on basically no mana, and because of that, like, tried to like save the Lena, but had no mana for Dismember or the BKB. So yeah, that's really rough. All right, the Ogre Seal Totem. A fun item indeed.
Yeah. They sure do be flopping around pretty soon here.
All right, Yuma hits his level 20 now. Has that bonus dismember duration. Oscar is also level 20. Jeez. Trample attack damage modifier. Okay. Dad level 20 takes the Warcry armor. That's pretty standard. I think most Svens take the Warcry armor. Oh, they're looking for Lina top. The Blink Stun comes out. Maledict and the Death Ward plus the Sunstrike drop everything. They take down KXY. A very big kill. A lot of gold going the way of the Sven now. He's recovering, man. He's back in it.
That was almost a 2k gold swing from just Alina. She ended up losing like almost 600 gold, and they ended up getting like 1400.
Regeneration.
All right. Yuma has Shivas now. So it's going to help out a little bit, give himself a little bit more armor, plus obviously the mana. As we talked about, one of the biggest issues in this last fight should be solved with that. Oh my god, this Hawk is giving them so much vision. Avalanche comes through. There's going to be Stormhammer, the toss back. It ends up finding the Marcy, but Oscar goes in. Big BKB, but the counter BKBs from the side of Ravens. It's going to be Oscar and Yuma just putting on the pressure, though. Ends up blowing the Dismember. And with that, they'll just settle for a 2-for-1. Still waiting for the Lina to respawn.
So they managed to take a successful fight after struggling last little bit. It'd be a goddamn tragedy if this game ends up turning around, or sorry, the ultimate underdog story for Ravens rather.
It would definitely be unexpected. I'll give you that much. Dude, Widge is actually so farmed on this Crystal Maiden. He has Blink, Shard, Aether Lens. Now going for a 4-staff.
They do be flopping with the Seal Totem.
He do. It's very funny with the Shard.
Yeah. Oh, you just like, yeah, go in your ultimate, yeah.
Dude, how long do you before you think like the Centaur Ags gets removed from the game and replaced with something else?
Because it costs like 4,200 gold to use, and it's kind of a meme. I can think of some niche scenarios.
Because it costs 4,200 gold to buy like a really bad 4-staff that also puts your hero in danger.
Hold on, you can pull someone out of Chrono with it, right?
If they're on the edge. If they're within your cast range.
What if you have an Aether Lens?
I mean, you could just literally have Dispose and pull someone out of Chrono. Oh, what a hook by Yuma. All right, this guy's feeling it. He's looking for more. Oscar. It just pops the BKB there on the Beastmaster. Is going to pop that Roar for the bonus movement speed, but Yuma... No, he's not going to be able to catch him. Mid lane, though, they're looking for the Invoker. He does not have detection. And we were right. I mean, they're just trying to stall, right? They're just split pushing, cutting waves over and over, doing their absolute best here to try and push this as late as possible. Now, we talked about it early on. Do you still think it can work for the side of Ravens? Do you think they have the late game?
I still think they have the late game, but there's a lot they need to overcome before they get there.
Okay, XY pops the BKB just right onto the Tiny. He just beats him down. He gets the ward up onto the high ground, but yeah, he's gonna feel pretty bad about that one. Oh, 2 couriers make it 3 couriers. That's the full Satanic.
Dude, that's the Reaper and the Claymore there.
That's a lot of gold.
No. What is this? Yeah, I think you end the game in the next couple minutes. They're gonna go.
Blink Dismember. He gets the Roar, though. That's gonna keep him alive, and Dad's gonna try and turn around the damage. There it is. You dove way too far. The side of SG Esports. Stormhammer comes through. He's chasing down. That Marcy beats it. And now Widge will join him. Oh, boy.
he's just so big now. He got so many kills on these zeros that were like completely overfun. Even without the satanic that he had basically completed. A couple of crits and the zeros couldn't do anything. They just don't have the armor.
I told you, man, you can't just blink dismember a Sven when there's a Beastmaster. You've got to have a Lincoln's or something to stop him, and they just don't. And with that one, Lena's going to go down as well. Ends up being all 5 heroes dead on the side of SG Esports, and a massive gold swing for Ravens. And we were wondering if they're going to be able to pull this out in the late game. It certainly looks like it now.
It's now only a 7k now with man. Yeah, Roshan respawns. They're going to get a refresher shard.
It was once 10k here, just around the 31-minute mark. 94% chance to win. And now Dota Plus has it at 58% chance to win, actually, for the Ravens. So it's massively favored inside of Ravens now. There's Rages. That was third Roche, right?
Yeah.
Okay, refresher shard Beastmaster. I was like, I don't see massive gold gain on someone, so it had to be a shard. Well, for now, Ravens back to the farming. They just want to try and do what they can here to slow down SG Esports, kind of elongate the game. And, I mean, the Pudge, it's really fallen off. We haven't really seen them do much with it, as opposed to last game where they just put on so much pressure. They just played with the Pudge. This game, they didn't, right? Yuma was always solo on the other side of the map, while the rest of the supports and the rest of the team were the ones that were like trying to play active. So a different play style than what we saw last game. It just doesn't seem to be working out.
Right.
Dude,
I mean, they're grouped up. They're playing incredibly tight. Yeah.
Was it?
They're grouped up now. They're playing incredibly tight on Ravens. Like, it was a hard-fought victory to like claw their way back into this game at this point. They're not looking to give anything up.
Dude, they just have... I mean, it's almost a level 25 Invoker now. I guess Lena is almost level 25 as well, but... The problem is in all of these fights, all of these engagements, either KXY hasn't been there or he was picked off beforehand and was dead. So it's like we haven't really seen SG Esports take a 5-on-5. Like even once this game. Like the whole game has either been Yumo's on the other side of the map farming or KXY was on the other side of the map farming. Not once have they been together. Bottom lane though, Ravens forcing the ejective. They want to go ahead and start knocking on the front door. The high ground, it's gonna fall very quick thanks to the Beastmaster, so they need to get back here to defend. Does Sven have the shard?
Beastmaster's got it right now. The refresher shard.
No, I meant like the
the Aghanim shard?
Have it yet.
No. I mean, it's not crucial this game. It's not like he needs a ton of armor. It's mostly magical damage these heroes are doing. Like,
yeah.
Lena does a reasonable amount of physical, but not enough time. He gets on top of her and tosses her back, like we've seen a couple of times.
Yep. There we are, another smoke here from Ravens. They're just trapping SG onto their side of the map, looking for an opening. The blink roar obviously quite good, but that is also like a counter opening for SG. If they see the blink roar, they can go for the blink dismember, but it's the refresher makes that quite a bit more difficult to play around.
I'll take that.
There was a Marcy there. Blink Roar manages to catch the Pudge. They've got a second one. The Roar reflected, but it doesn't matter. The toss back KXY right into the hands of the Sven. Oscar was in as well. Neither of them popped their BKBs. Okay. 2 heroes dead without buyback. Pudge forced to buyback. Invoker just goes in, gets his BKB, has a cheese to try and play around. Sven is there ready to go. Pops a Satanic to get out of the root, but they're on top of the Marcy to toss back. They're just falling one by one. Ravens just dismantling them in their own base. This is gonna be the fortification.
I mean, they've got backdoor protection up. They should probably leave the base right now.
Not for long though. Avalanche,
oh, no.
toss back. They get Widge. I mean, that's just it. The game's just over right like that. Ravens were down from minute 0.
Yeah, they can't actually get forward because the fortification's back up. But yeah, down from minute 0.
I mean, you have no way. Pudge can't go in 1v5 right now. Absolutely not. That's it, baby. That's just 2 lanes of racks. They're gonna turn it into 3, get themselves megas, or maybe just end the game as Sven just knocking on tier 4s. The buyback from the Crystal Maiden. 20 seconds till the Primal Beast. 30 on that Lina. He's just gonna get reclaimed there.
I don't know how they come back from megas.
And that's mega creeps. I mean, they really just gonna go tier 4s, right? Like, what stops them? You have Alacrity coming up in a moment. God Strength is there. That bonus 50% damage. This dude's hitting for 1,000. Yuma wants to go in. He's got that no BKB. He does have a Ghost Scepter, but the Death Ward, the Maledict, he's just getting absolutely chewed apart. Never gets the opportunity to dismember, and that is it. GG comes out as Ravens will take game number 1 in a ridiculous comeback.
Absolutely insane. They needed everything to go right to be able to come back into this game. Yes, SG struggled to push high ground, but the team fight was insane. Seconds before the BKB was off a cooldown on Lina, this member ends up getting interrupted as he's trying to like throw on creeps. The Marcy stun gets caught too. I was like, yeah, they can't do that. Everything has to be absolutely perfect. And then it was. And God, like 10 minutes later, Ravens managed to pull out a victory. This has been an insane day in Dota so far.
Yeah, man, it's been really fun. I honestly didn't expect this to be that like much of a stomp the other way. I thought like maybe this would like go late game and we'd have some like kind of like a close situation like we had in game number 1 of our first series. But this was just, it wasn't even close. We just started going like they take like that one fight inside the base, they completely wipe them to go Roshan, and then that's it. It's just Ravens game completely. Well done.
Yeah,
oh man.
Unfortunately, I have to go deal with an emergency.
Understandable. We're going to go to a short break, everyone. We'll be back with game number 2 of the second series of the day. We'll see you in a bit.